So, yes, good puppy. So, ladies and gents, on today's show, me and the dog fight over the tarp. We want to build a tarp so that it's keeping us safe and dry overnight or whenever you're using it. And you want to be able to untie it really easily. So, all kinds of bites, B-I-G-H-T. Here we go. Take a gander at all your stuff. And so this is my tarp. And normally I would use ropes like this. They're smaller diameter, like 3, 4, 5 millimeter. And then there's like the cargo rope. So right here, this is just paracord. So it has a sheath on it and 5 or 7 strands in between. This is like accessory cord and it's static for the most part. It doesn't have all that much stretch, but it does have some stretch. And it's really good stuff. It'll hold hundreds of pounds. That cheapy stuff, they are my shortest ropes. So I'm going to keep track of which ones are my short ones and which ones I have some space to play with. Ideally, I'd use any of these at any point in time. Right, puppy? Right. I'd use any of these because they're light to carry. I'm going to show you with the climbing rope just because it's thick enough to be able to see on camera. So I'll use these in the corners and I'll use the climbing rope on top. What we'll need to figure out is where do we want to lay down. So I don't know if you can tell on camera. There's a low spot right in here. So if water was to gather over the tarp and drop down there, you got yourself a pool. Depends what the soil is like. It might absorb right in. I'm guessing here it would absorb right in and it wouldn't develop a puddle. And it would just trickle out underneath because there's lots of soil up here. And over here, though, is nice and flat, and you'd want to have your head when you're sleeping up. Otherwise, if your feet are up, you get a headache in the morning. You get too much blood in your head. So just a slight slope is awesome, and a little cocoon is nice. So I'm not sure if you can see right here by that tree. I think I might lay down that way, right there, because there's a little bit of a nesting point. Okay, and just beside the roots. So I'd stay beside the root and keep me from rolling that way. That's a little bit uphill. And then there's a little nesting point and that rolls down into here. So hopefully my water would come off the tarp here. So maybe I'll set it up a little bit more towards that end. And it's a bigger space here, but we'll see how it goes. So to keep things simple, I'm going to tie a trucker's hitch. And that's a combination of knots that you can tighten up really quite a bit. And since I coiled my rope up properly, I can just grab the end of this, throw this in the direction I want it to go, and it comes undone pretty darn good. And it's out of camera, so even if I didn't, you can't tell. All right. So on this end, I'm going to say, let's say I want the tarp to be this high, so I don't have to bend over too much to get into it. I'm going to put my ropes up about almost as high as I can. It's okay if my ridge line can drop down in this case. I'm going to put it right up top with the timber hitch. Let's wrap that around both sides. There we go. Snug it up. Now, if I have a carabiner, and I want to use my carabiner later on to clip into this, then... well, I put that into the middle of the tarp, then I can't because there's an attachment point right here. Okay? There's an attachment point. And I actually might do that because I can show you a couple different options. But if I wasn't going to, where's the stick? Where's the stick? You got a wrestler. Aw, doggy butt. Dog butt. Yes. This is full contact tent building. Stop it. Stop. I never step on my toes, but I have to now because it's special. Come on! Doggy! Okay, alright. So I'm going to go through this. We can watch the dog fight. So it's a little too nice out. So it's better to have a dog that can make a mess for you. So it's tangling things up. That's crazy. Don't you grab the tarp. Put a hole in it. Got it? Alright. Hold up the middle. Where's the stick? Where's the stick? Get it. Don't stand in front of the... Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that's a challenge. How fast can I get the other 2 lines done, my main line, fold up the tarp until there's no air left in it? How fast can I do that? And hopefully the dog will let me do my thing. We'll see. All right. See you soon. Start your timer.
There's my double. Pull this out. There's my bite. Pull that out. Too much. Oh. My rope grabbed a stick because I had a loop in it. Oh, there's another loop. So it's important to coil your rope properly. Oh, when you get this untied, you just pull on it. That all comes undone. The advantage of long rope and the disadvantage of long rope. Pull. Oh, it's undone. Nice. This side. Nice. So all I do for these ones, these short ones, is go end to end. So untwist them. Go end to end. Fold it in half. Fold it in half. And then tie a figure 8 or an overhand. Off it goes. Pull this bite. Pull this taut line, hitch bite. Yeah, that's all untied that quickly. So I don't know, have you been keeping time on this? Here we go. So I fold it in half. Fold it in half. Figure 8. Or an overhand. On a bite. That's it. And I gotta fold this tarp in half. And when you fold the tarp in half, at the folds it has no breathing. So I can go here and here. And there we go. I'm gonna do this in half again. My little strings are a pain. Okay? I'm not gonna fold this way. I'm gonna fold this way. I'm gonna try and make sure they get lined up really nicely. There's another fold. And then here's another fold. But there's tons of folds here, here, and there, and none there on the end. So no folds, which means when I roll this up before the volcano does its thing, or fold it, I actually like folding better, then all the air burps out the bottom. Because nobody likes a gassy tarp. So I can make sure the folds stay over. And you ever wonder why they package stuff up? And then you open it up and you can't get packaged back in the thing that I had. So these little strings I'm just going to wrap around. Now there's a bunch of sticks. Ah! Okay. So tarp's done. Last rope here. So same thing. I'm going to keep one end here. I'm going to cycle through the rope and try and get all the sticks out of it on my way. And it's got a tree trunk it's stuck on. And I can move away from it just a little bit so the coils don't end up on each other. There we go. Nice. Once I have the ends, milk the cow. That's not milking the cow. This is milking the cow. Long ropes and climbing ropes, I'm going to go back behind my neck, almost arm width, and not there, just a little bend in the elbows. It rests on my neck. I flip the next one, flip the next one, flip the next one, without stepping on your rope. Flip it! Flip it! Flip it! Ah! And then the two kiss each other. The dog comes and kisses me. I wrap around a bunch of times, stick the end through. Oh, I wrapped around too many times. Didn't need that many. So I go through the top, like this. The rabbit ears will pop out. I take the end, put it through. Bam. Take the time, ladies and gents. What time is it? Trying to get my hat on. Oh, the dog took my hat. You goof.